live demo review that I'm doing on stream for a team called Sympathy, who asked me to look over their Dust 2 and maybe come with some suggestions. Since I didn't post a video uh, yesterday, I'll do a double post here. So I'm gonna first do a demo review and post that, and then I'll do like tips and tricks video, or not tips and tricks, but like how they can change up their CT side on Dust 2. So I'm just gonna focus on the CT side here because I think they lose this game 16-13, but they have a 11 or a 4 to 11 half on CT side, so they lose 11 CT side rounds, only win 3 gun rounds plus pistol. So let's take a look at their CT side. Um, I've written down a few rounds, so we're gonna skip through a bit. Um, let's see. Okay, let's start at pistol. Pistol's fine. You're gonna win this round. I think overall, this is my opinion, so this isn't really something you have to change. You still win this round. Pistol is a lot about knowing where knowing where the enemy are, right? And you take no information here. Like you run two towards B, two short, one long, playing passive. You don't really know. Now you hear them, but you could as well have just stopped with one guy when this smoke comes down because you're gonna hear it. This guy could probably stop and just wait a few seconds because you still have the util B, right? So you could just hold B. He drops a Molotov there. He could play alone for a few seconds before they get in, so he had time to rotate. So just maybe stay in mid. Uh, and keep the information, maybe spam bit through that smoke. Otherwise, you win this round, it's fine. Um, let's see. Round two is where, I mean, already round two is where it starts falling apart a bit for you guys because you don't really. Uh, you're gonna lose this follow-up round. Uh, I think it's fine what you do. We're gonna talk about a bit about the long control later. But the only thing I want to focus on here is the buy you have, right? Um, head armor, since it's might be an eco playing against lesser, it's fine. You're buying util on everyone, like full util SMGs. Might be worth just using like two people that gets rifles instead, and then play three with util, because you're not really using your util effectively here. There's a few people are going to die with a lot of util still on them. This is unfortunate because you're going to miss a smoke there that's going to fuck this guy on the wrong side of the smoke, and he's going to back off. Back off. It was very unfortunate this round as well. There's a few mistakes and like some unfortunate events that fucks you up. But I mean, this guy, the rotation guy, should probably have a rifle instead rather than an SMG and like full util. But yeah, it's very unfortunate. After this, you have basically no chance of winning the round. Um, so yeah, might be worth just thinking about. This is also an opinion of mine rather than like facts, but I think it could be worth having like um, two rifles instead. And also this guy saving like this. I know he's the upper here, but I mean, say that they force this round, right? You're gonna go up against Galils, and you might lose, but you might win as well. Then next round is gonna be full eco from them. So no matter what, like, you're not gonna have an AWP next. Like if they full eco this round, you're not gonna have an AWP next round anyway. So it's not really worth saving these 850 here. I mean, you could upgrade that to a better gun. Like do a scout in mid, take some information, or do whatever. Like I don't think it's really worth buying like this. If you want to save for the AWP, which I don't agree with. You should. I think you shouldn't, especially now when T's always have the better economy. Um, but you could do then save properly rather than just buying this one and saving 850. Here, I mean, this round's not lost by that, but I mean, you could have definitely done something else with the economy here. Let's see, round three is just a full eco, or sort of full eco. Um, but yeah, that's much to say. Here's something like overall you're doing. You can jump into this now, because this guy's gonna buy armor. I don't see why here. You have a full like five nades. That's fine. I mean, a nade stack could be good, but why are you buying something else? Like this round, you're not supposed to win this round, so don't get this armor because this is gonna cost you in the long run. Like this round, you're gonna lose. You're gonna give a fuck. But this round instead, then, if you didn't do the armor, you have an M4 here, right? So I mean, you shouldn't do the armor cease either. Go for the nade stack. Go for PT50 maybe if you want to. But I mean, you weren't supposed to win the last round, so don't buy the armor. Get the better buy here instead. And this is the main issue with your economy. We're gonna look through a few rounds. I've noted them down. But you buy head armor every gun round on most people. You definitely shouldn't do that. I mean, since you guys are doing so good in open, I definitely know like you guys should know that head armor isn't something you really need to have against a full buy T side because the AK is gonna one shot you anyways, right? And like you're gonna do this a lot more. Like, I think it's round 9. Oh, hello, round 9 select round. See, here's another buy. Where you buy. This guy goes for but look here. Like this guy has $500 in the bank, right? And a kit, or and a head armor. I mean, that's an M4 upgrade. Same thing here. Like you have a head armor, you could have gotten a few more nades. Same here. Like 500 in bank plus head armor. I mean, that's a lot of extra money, right? That's some util or a kit or something. Round 12 as well. Let's see. 12 this is the round you definitely buy this round because you lost the round before. Here again, uh, we can see head armor. Like head armor here, you could buy something else. I mean, these head armors are fine, I guess. You don't need head armor here. You could get something else, like another nade, extra pistol, or something like that. Because you know you're going up against full buys, right? So you don't really need. And like head armor every buy round is gonna add up, right? It's gonna be like almost 3k at the end of the game that you could have spent on something else when you didn't need to. Because you guys lose a lot of rounds in a row, right? So they're the T's are never gonna have bad guns, which like makes it very like just bad to have the head armor overall. You could use a bit of like rethink the economy and like look over how you buy. Probably not buy our head armor all the time. Um, so that's something that could be a lot better on the CD side, like the economy management overall. I mean, like I said with this as well, like think about the economy, what you do with the economy, how you save for ops, that kind of stuff. That's something that could be improve. Um, let's see, where are we here? Round three. Sorry, sorry. You could also force back here if you want to, but then you have to do something else. Something I see a lot of pro teams do, especially Mad Lions. I'm looking a lot at Mad Lion demos right now, so uh, you could force here and then do some kind of stack, like smoke me like you do here, and maybe stack up long, because playing the default on this sort of half buy you have here, I mean, it's not going to win you the round, right? And you're still going to have an eco next round because you're not going to have enough money. You still want the full buy. So the round before here, probably just do what I think is very good, like that Mad Lions do. They just stack somewhere, right? They force up if they lose this, and then they stack something. Uh, and then if you don't, like if they if the T side doesn't hit the stack, you just save those guys. Like go all five long here, or at least four, and then just save pit if they don't hit long, and then you're gonna have another chance on your eco to, like the next round where you have nothing, you could still have pistols. So if you want to force, because you semi-force sort of like 3 rounds or 2 rounds in a row here, which costing you a bit of economy. Like forces that the first time when they win the buyback, and then uh, try and keep those guns if you don't like get all rounds. Let's see. Round 7, I've noted down. Mm-mm. Oh, yeah. You get a good position here, right? This guy gets into lower. You're losing a lot of these long spikes. We're going to go back to that. But here, you're in a pretty decent spot here. We have 1B, right? He's defending. Long guys here. You have a guy lower. I think they know he's there. Well, look how we play this out, right? You know they're heavy long right now. You're hitting long hard. You lose the first guy lower. I don't know. Like this, you don't need to go back here, right? You have the perfect position here. I don't know if you know his tunnels here. Probably because he's making a bit of sound, right? But yeah, you don't need to reface. Like, this position here is so good because you can watch if they come up short. You know if there are tunnels. You can play all this information. You don't need to face this Opera. And this Opera is going to get a lot more than he should. So you die there. That's unfortunate. Like, don't do that. This guy is going to stay here and keep watching this. Like, this Opera here is going to get 2 free frags that he shouldn't get. You're going to reface him there and die. And you know they're multiple long at this point. So, I mean, leave that long. I like this B guy gets the time in here on him on B tunnels, but it's too late here. Like when he starts pushing here, it's too late. But when you are in this situation, we have like you have a good rotate, you have mid control. They like this position here is very very good, even though they know you're here probably because they can't go mid doors, they can't go short, and they can't go tunnels. You have the information of all of it, so you have information of what's gonna happen all of this part of the map, and you know they're hitting long, right? So you know multiple long, you know no one's close mid anywhere here. Like don't reface that, just keep that information, play it safe. There might be a little pressure there because they, like I said, the Oper probably shot at you while jumping out, but you have a good position. So try and keep that. Otherwise, this round, like after this, you can't really. Yeah, nothing else really happens here. Um, and let's see. Let's jump to round 9. And this round is a good example of what I think is like the biggest problem for all open level teams. Um, we're gonna jump through, and that's like retakes working together, talking to each other, right? Because you're gonna be set up. This is unfortunate. These guys get fucked on B, but they get a lot of people with them that they shouldn't really. Like this shouldn't be really be 3v3, but you do good push there and you get the frags. So let's pause here. You're in a 3v3 scenario, right? This guy is going to be very late on the rotate. That should happen sometimes. I don't know. He's up far. He stays car for a bit too long. You know they're hitting B here. You should probably rotate a lot faster than this. But I mean, so in this scenario, bomb isn't even down. It's 1:23 left on the clock, right? And you're gonna face here, which I don't like. You're gonna face and die, right? Which is unfortunate. You could have won that fight, but I mean, now you're in a 3v2 and bomb's still not down. And the Tigers here are spamming util. Like they are not the better team in this game, I think. Like watching through the full game, I think you guys are the better, like have the better players. I mean, they have no util left, and you're in a 2v3 instead. I mean, in this scenario here, wait for each other, talk to each other, just calm down. Take. I always say to like other teams that I coach, like take a deep breath and then think about the scenario before you do anything here, right? I mean, yes, if you win this fight, you're in a very, very good scenario. But I mean, this guy's super close to you. Ask this guy, let's take mid control, or like stack with them tunnels. This guy's gonna come up through short. Like work together and talk to each other. There's a few rounds like this where you don't work together, and there are a few rounds that you actually work together. So, um, yeah, just try and calm it down in retakes, because now this is gonna become a save, which is like this should probably be a win, one round for them, because the T side they have like when you die, they only have 2 Molotovs, right? That's not a lot of seconds off the clock that they can deny you. So yeah, talk to each other and think about that kind of stuff. But mistakes like that are gonna happen in officials. So, I mean, that shit happens. Um. Okay, so what's the next round? Noted down. Round 10. Okay, yeah. This retake is a lot better. Because here you stack up properly. Like this is what you should have done the last round as well, because you're gonna go up all short here. Still no bomb down. You wait. You play careful. It's a lot better. The only thing I'd say here is probably play 2 and 2. Like take 2 short and maybe 2 long. I think it's Sean Garris who says in his he has a video about like dust 2 and dust 2 long. The best position as a CT when you do retakes for A is long, right? So we should probably just take these 2 guys and go through long instead. But I mean that's or go through lower as well or something like going all four here, you're creating just one angle for them to defend, and you have a lot of time here. Like bomb is still like bomb got planted very late. Bomb gets planted at you're already in position when the bomb gets planted, right? The bomb gets planted. You should probably split up a bit more, or like play 2 and 2 somewhere. But the push is good. It's unfortunate. This guy's gonna get nice 2k when you swing here. It's unfortunate. That's okay, sorry. I'm gonna cut this out. Uh, so let's play through this run. Uh, oh yeah. Sorry, I forgot about which round this was. Okay, so you are here, right? This is fine. You're gonna get one kill, and then you're gonna get the dink here as well, or almost a kill, right? So here again, play together here. Like this position here. I don't know what's happening here, but I mean, you're playing inside the smoke, like this very deep inside the smoke, and this guy's facing, right? So he's gonna kill you. I think the smoke is fading. That's why he kills you, or he just spams it. I don't know. Yeah, the icons doesn't work. But I mean, you could have played this so much better. Just playing together. When he plants here, like if you don't die there, you just wait until he plants, and then you're gonna create a 2v1, right? Because he's gonna be sitting on the plant, and this guy is gonna be um, having to fight you guys alone. And this guy is so low, so I mean, just play that together, talk to each other, because this seems like a very much a solo play. That's just sitting in the smoke, trying to find the time to push through, right? So talk to each other, work together. Same thing on the other rounds. Like take it a bit careful on the retakes and like the man up and man down situations. Um, let's see what else have I noted down. Mm, I think that's like it's easy to point out mistakes like that, but I think overall, like the overall thing you guys can change in your CT side is the economy, like I said, like the head armor, that kind of stuff. Like manage your economy better because you guys are wasting a lot of money in rounds where you don't need to. And I think that's a bit of a IGL responsibility to think about the economy and maybe do prep work like that. But I mean, it's up to everyone else to know not to buy head armor, right? And when to. Um, and yeah, comms in the man up and man down situations. Like I said, you're doing a lot of mistakes. But now we're coming to the main thing, like what you can change in your game setup on CT side. And I'll just show you this. I think it's very beneficial to show while talking. This is the first gun round you win, right? You're gonna have a passive long setup. You have 2B. Uh, you're gonna let them out mid. You have one guy spotting, probably spamming a bit. You win that solo fight along. These guys on B clean up here on the push. Perfect. Play that very well. You're putting like a sandwich pressure. You could probably move down. Otherwise, this round is good. Okay, so next gun round you win. Where is it? There it is. Um, you do too short put a boost, right? Yeah, you boost too short. You play one B. You play one mid. You take some mid control. You take some fights. They split up on T side. You win every individual fight, which is good. I mean, this is this is a bit risky. You're in a 3v1, I think. Yeah, exactly. And you face him one by one, but that shit happens. I mean, mistakes like that happen. You still win the round. And this last round, you're taking one B, one mid, two passive A, one short, right? You win it out. You win the fight. You let them push up long. You smoke them. Right. What these three one rounds from you guys have in common is that you don't take long control. You lose every round when you take long control. And I mean, I think I would. Let's see. Let's see if this is a long control round. Yeah, perfect. Here's the four-man long control round that I was looking for. You're gonna do four-man long control rather than because you've been taking it as three and you lose every time. So you're taking one more guy, right? You missed the Molotov. That's unfortunate, or sort of miss it because I don't know. I don't know if it's intentionally you want it there, but you're taking this fight with a bad flash, which is I don't know what you're. These flashers are not good. I'll show you different flashes in the other video where I'll go through what you should change. But I mean, you lose 4 men to long control setup by them that like two people are killing all of you, right? And then you're stuck in this scenario. So your long control is the issue here. I mean, you're doing very well when you take other control on the rest of the map. But I mean, fighting this long control, if you feel like you can't take this long control, take some other control, like you did. Like the 3 rounds you win, you take some other control, play passive long, and then just let them push because you're winning the fight when they get here, right? This is a really hard cross for T side all the time. And I mean, on retakes, you can just wrap around. Like this big guy gets a lot of pushes from behind. You could just wrap up and come from behind long if you want the long pressure on the retakes. Like I said, like long retake. The long retake is a good like position to come from. Well, probably the best one. But I mean, overall, you guys either have to change how you play long, uh, or you should play less long. And I feel like changing is the way to go. Like, because long control is always nice to do, and I'll go through some ways to take long control in the other video. Um, the only thing to note here with your AWPer probably when you do other like if you're playing passive and when you do passive stuff, you should probably want a secondary or your main op. If your main op doesn't like playing this, you probably pick up a secondary op and play from here and just watch long, or play from up here and watch long. Because it's always a rifle for you guys who plays here and here. And I think he is the secondary op. I don't know the name. But I think he is the second number op because I see him pick up an op one run and he just plays back here. Or I think that specific round he goes up and peeks solo here. But yeah, if you can't get long control, if their long control hits are fucking you, change it earlier. Like, just forget about the long control. Try and play an all passive here. You can even like play if you do 4 men towards A. Anyways, like play an AWP here, play an AWP here. That like this AWP boosts 2 up. That goes short. You have 2 short, and you have like an AWP here and an AWP here, or a rifle here and an AWP here, or something like that. Because yeah, your long control isn't working this game, and you should probably change earlier. And that's always down to. It's not only down to the IGL doing that kind of stuff. Like you guys have to talk to each other, right? Our long control is not working. We have to change it. So yeah, what I noted down was watch the head armor, like watch your economy, change that up if needed. Comms in the man up, man down situations. That's hard. I wasn't in this game, so I can't know what your comms were like. But from watching this game, it doesn't look like when you're man up or man down, it doesn't look like you talk to each other, especially in the retakes. Um, and yeah, all 3 gun rounds that you win is not long takes, so you have to change around a bit on the long takes. You fail every long like rush or whatever, and try to do other stuff. You're very one-sided. I think it's 6 or 7 rounds. Some of them are ecos, but 6 or 7 rounds you take like a 3 man standard long take that you do uh, all the other time. So I mean, try and like change that up, right? Uh, this is going to be the end of like the demo review part. Now I'm going to jump into some CSGO and show you guys what I think you should change around.